Hey guys, I'm going to run you through a quick install of using VirtualBox with Ubuntu. So it's going to be Ubuntu desktop, and let's try to make this quick and dirty. Here goes. First things first, you're going to want to go to ubuntu.com. You can do a Google search on it. Then you're going to want to hit downloads. You're going to want to go to the desktop actually for this one. There's both desktop and server depending on which one you want to use. We're going to download the latest, so you can just download the latest version that you want. Click download. Now I've already downloaded my version of the desktop. So what I'm going to continue doing is showing you how to install. So you can go into your Oracle VirtualBox Manager. If you haven't installed it, please look at one of the other videos on how to install the VirtualBox Manager. Okay, so in here we're gonna type in what we're gonna name our virtual appliance, and we'll just take it from there. So I just like to type in a name somewhat that I'll know what it is and go further. So what you want to do is, this is where you choose your memory size. I'm going to give it what I think I should have it at. Everyone's different depending on how much memory you have on your machine. You're going to want to use that as your gauge. Okay. This right here was the next menu on the screen, and this tells you what to, basically, if you're going to want to use an existing virtual appliance, if you want to create one like this, or you don't want to add a hard drive to the existing one. We'll just use the default, and we'll just hit create. What type of virtual image are you creating? We'll just go with the default, the VDI. Nevertheless, you're going to have fixed or dynamic. I'll select dynamic for if you want to actually change the size of the virtual machine in the future. You can go with fixed. It doesn't mean anything, and it's not saying that if you do choose dynamic, it's going to be something very easy to to alter the size of it. So if you chose 10 gigs and then sometime tomorrow you realize that you need 15 gigs, you can actually increase the size. If it's fixed, then you're somewhat locked in. Okay, this is where you actually select how large you want, or the size as we spoke of earlier. So it takes about 7 gigs to load this Ubuntu desktop. So you're gonna at least want to give some a little bit more disk space on there to be able to use it. The beauty of having a virtual machine is you can add hardware to it, so you can have a C drive, a D drive, and all that sort of stuff. So even if there's other ways of going around it, but nevertheless, at least if you start off by giving yourself at least enough disk space that you can do something with it. Okay, so I'll probably just give mine 10 gigs and see what happens from there. So I'm gonna give mine 10 GB. Okay, and I'll just hit create. Now this is the tricky part. So what you want to do is you want to go from here into settings, and you want to take a look at your storage area. It should have an IDE that's currently empty. You want to actually fill one up, so click on your CD, and this is where you're going to put in the ISO so it knows what to launch. Choose the virtual optic disk file, and you can actually choose the software you want to load from. Okay. Now, when I say software, I mean the ISO image. So it's actually going to mount this image as a CD, and when you turn on the virtual machine, it's going to use this as a CD to be able to do your initialization and install off of. So here we go. Let's double click on it. Let's run our install and see what happens. This is a good sign that we're actually seeing some type of launching from a Linux. You can actually see that that desktop that popped up there, and this is another good sign. So at least we know things are happening right now. That's a beautiful sound. We're going to install Ubuntu, and if at the beginning we had selected a value that was smaller than 6.9 gigs of space, this would have been X'd out and we would not be able to load. So remember, if you have a problem where you see this value being an X and you're not able to load because of available drive space, make sure that you create your settings to have your virtual machine be larger than the available disk space there. Okay, so I'm just gonna double click these two or check these two so we can download the updates and install third-party software, and we'll hit continue. And yeah, we want to erase and install Ubuntu. You can select which one you want. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty on it, and just hit go. Okay, you just type in your location. I'll just type in a location here, and we'll hit continue. And US keyboard, I'll use mine. You can hit detect if you want, but I'm just going to run through this really quickly, and I know I have a US keyboard. This is your username, so select the username that you know you'll be able to use, and this one here is just going to be Ubuntu test, UB test. Choose a password. I'm just going to choose something simple. Again, this is just for testing reasons, and so I didn't make the password anything significant. You can actually do what you want with that, and also you don't have to have the ability to launch with a password. You can actually click this button right here and it will log you in passwordless. Okay, it's best to always use a password just in case, and I'll continue so we can go. Okay guys, I'm back and just wanted to run through that install looks to be complete. We'll just hit the restart button and we'll see what happens from here on in. Okay, it's a good sign, and what you can do is you can just log in with the password that you created earlier on for your account. Beautiful. Okay, there we are. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'll try to make them all I guess quick and dirty, short and sweet. Sounds good. Till next time, take care.